Welcome to part 2 of the unofficial series Let's Rant While Playing Tetris Attack. My name is ilikebeingsmart. This is a rant. If you do not like listening to people bitch, which is pretty much what a rant is, then you don't have to watch this video. That's quite alright, okay? Especially, I will preface this, I am ranting about guys and how confusing they are. If you don't want to hear anything about that, feel free to leave now. I totally understand. It's probably an issue. Well, I'd be interested in it even if it was girls, but that's beside the point, okay? So we're gonna leave off, or pick up where we last left off. Now keep in mind, this is very hard mode. This is very hard mode of the versus computer, and it has something called it has something where if I no wait okay oh okay I gotta get used to the non super damn it I have to get used to the non-Super Mario World controls here really quick, so I'll be a little rusty here at the beginning. And I'm putting this on high performance, so hopefully the play comes through a little bit better than last time where it was kind of laggy and it made me look better than it did. One thing really quick about this particular bad guy is that, for some reason, he is the hardest of all the people in this mode, at least until you get to later on. I don't know why, but this is the guy I seem to die at more than any other person. Don't ask me why. Okay. Renting, yes. Okay. Guys are confusing. Now, this is kind of an obvious point, but it seems more confusing to me when there's, I don't know. I guess, I'm still young yet. I'm going to be 25 in May, but for some reason, like, I'm not very, oh, shit. There you go. Got stalled there for a sec. For some reason, I'm just not very good at reading guys and understanding guys or whatever like that. I'm totally going to lose. I'm going to embarrass myself. Shit. Hold on a moment. Shit! See, I told you, this guy is just really hard for some reason. So when it comes to reading guys and whatever, I have this inherent ability to flirt a little bit, even though I don't intend to, which is kind of rough, but, because I don't mean to, and then it comes off weird, and then I have to, like, recant it sometimes. Not, like, officially, but, like, unofficially. Anyway, it's really confusing. Similar to... shit, sorry. That means I just got rid of the continue. Wait. Yeah. Like I said, I still have all the controls set. So I have no L, which means I can only, put up the stack with one button. So, there's a situation right now that's happening. For the sake of anonymity, we're gonna call this guy Andy, in honor of, Andy Parsons, who in my opinion is the most underrated, comedian on Mock the Week. Mock the Week, awesome show. You can find a few, videos of my favorites if you're interested. British panel show. Bloody brilliant. So, this guy named Andy works at the food concession stand at the bowling alley I go to, right? And he's really nice to me, which confuses me because I'm, in customer business, or customer service a little bit, and I know how it is to be nice to people. But, like, the last time I went up to the counter to order something, he was kind of flirting with me. At least I think he was flirting with me, but I'm not really sure. And sometimes when I'm there, I feel like he's kind of looking at where I'm bowling, which is kind of creepy, but kind of cute at the same time. So my big problem is, first off, I don't know what any of this means. And I know you're thinking, oh, come on, you're 24. How can you not know what any of this means? Well, it's basically because I swore off guys in high school. I didn't like the idea of dating in high school, even though that's where everybody dates and works all this shit out, so they don't have to work it out in their 20s. It, and, like, I was never really for it. I just didn't see the point in it. Especially since then I didn't feel I was mature enough anyway to handle it. Oh, I like this. Oh, no, it's not the right code. Okay. There's always some code there that's really funny at that point, but I think maybe since I have a continue already, it's not there. And so, I, I don't know what to do because he was being really nice to me, and then I started being awkward around him, which thereby meant he was starting to be awkward around me. It's so fucking confusing. Why do guys have to be confusing? Because it seems like sometimes guys are super nice to me, and I get really confused as to why. Is it because are they just being nice to be nice, or do they have a crush on me, or something like that? I really don't understand. I don't understand. And there's this one guy who I talked to when I was in radio, one of the listeners or whatever, who I didn't really he was we would kind of talk about stuff like this on occasion to occasion. And I brought up once that I, never had a boyfriend before. He's like, well, I thought you at least had one or whatever. And we kind of had this thing going back and forth or whatever for a while. And, then he, screw the dialogue. I know, it's probably interesting for the dialogue. Now you can pick anybody at this point. I'll take this guy because he's ridiculous. These guys are a little bit harder. Stage 10 is probably the hardest one out of 9, 10, 11 before we get to the evil baddie at the end. But he's like, well, I thought, I knew you, didn't get around or whatever, but I thought you at least had one. And that essentially was the first time I ever believed I could actually have a boyfriend. Really. And I know it's kind of sad and kind of pathetic, and you can pity me, which don't, because that's pathetic if you pity me. I don't like pity. I beg for it sometimes, but I really don't like it. And it just... And it was just like, I totally, he was a really good friend of mine, and he texted, we hadn't talked in a long time, and he texted me around Christmas, and I haven't gotten back to him because I'm like, oh, I just have this theory that if I'm just going to keep letting people down, it's better to just stay out of their lives. So that way I don't keep letting them down. Which is why I like the idea of the internet. It's not concrete friendship. And just the whole idea of getting into a relationship is kind of scary for me. And it's like, I know a lot of people, have been in relationships at this point or whatever, or at least gone on dates. Like, I haven't gone on a date in a couple of years. What? Are you serious? Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I haven't gone on a date in, I'm trying to think. It was either senior year or junior year, so 2-3 years or something like that. Oh, right, once you lose that person, so it's a different ending scene. We'll just go with Yoshi. And, it's just like, man, I just really want to go on a date. But then sometimes I'm like, well, I don't want to go on a date, because then I might get a connection with somebody, and they might get attached, and because I'm chicken to have a connection with anybody, then that's not going to work. Because I just run from people when I get close to them. I kind of think of it like a bell curve, where there's a certain level of anonymity where I'll get along with you, and a certain level of knowing you for a really, really long-ass time where I'll get along with you. But there's kind of like that middle period. It's kind of that middle-ish period where I start to get kind of uncomfortable and a little awkward. And let's see if I can do one more. I know the piranha's a little bit harder. It's just like once I hit a certain point in friendships or whatever, like, I just kind of pull away. Like, I'm too scared to continue it. So then, like, then I kind of, like, self-sabotage it, you know? And that really kind of sucks. I don't want to self-sabotage stuff. I really don't. I want it to work out, but I don't know how to make it work out without either self-sabotaging it or, you know, getting pity. Like, I don't know. So, like, I guess my general question is, how, is there any telltale signs to know if a guy likes you or not? Or, like, anything that's kind of, at least, that I can kind of get a hint? Like a clue or something like that? Because I really don't know. Because sometimes people are abnormally nice to me, but I don't know if it means that they like me, or they just want to be my friend, or if they're just being nice to me for some freakish reason or another.